Hi, earlier in the previous video we check how we create the ML model. So now here in the app.ts file I created the API endpoint for predict disease detection predict and AI fertilizer. Okay, so as you see here, this is detection endpoint. Here we are going to upload image. As you see here, our key is image, so here I key is image. So based on that key we are going to upload file from the files. Okay, so here uh, we are sending it from the from data. As you see here, from the from data we are uh, key is image, and we are going to add our file. From the file system we need to put our file here. Okay, this is a simple process of adding the image from our front end to back end. Okay, after that we get our response in here. Okay, so then we will get our response at JSON format, right? As you see here, we get our response as a JSON format. This is for the predict. Now this is for our fertilizer. If you see here, we are going to uh, uh, from front end part we are going to send this data. Okay, send this data in our body section. Okay, uh, here just simply validate things. If it is not if it is empty, then simply send one error. Okay, after that we prepare the data to send to Flux API. If you see here, we created a payload here. Okay, now using this now send post request to Flux API, which is running on this port. Okay, and I think it is running on this port, not 400, 500, and it is running as the fertilizer. Okay, as you see here. So then we return the prediction. Okay, from the Flux API. So this is the simple two endpoint here. If you see here, this is one endpoint, this is one endpoint. Okay, as you see here. Okay, and whatever the user upload from the front end, it will store in the upload folder, in this folder. Okay, it will create it automatically. uh, we are going to use the multer, where it is used as a middleware to process uploaded file. Okay, okay, so yeah, I save it. Now let's move to our front end part. Okay, uh, for that I already created one for project in Android Studio. Okay, now first of all we need to add some dependencies here. Okay, these dependencies we need throughout the whole project, so I just add it. We are going to use do and set preference to store the user data locally. And I think we need, for state manager we are going to use Flutter Bloc. Okay, mm, okay, so these dependencies we need in our project. Okay, also we are going to add one assets folder. Inside that we are going to create one folder which is image, and here we are going to add our images that we are going to use. Okay, for that also just do one thing. Okay, it will give us the access for image folder. Now just simply pub.get. Okay, it is dependency is downloaded. Now just clear this. Okay, just do one thing, just clear these things, we don't need this. Okay, I think we need my app, we don't need my home page. Okay, so our entry point will be the flash screen. Okay, our entry point will be the flash screen. Just do one thing, here in the leaf folder just create one folder screens, and here flash screen, import material dot and here just do one thing, flash screen. Okay, let's run the application to check whether is everything is set up correctly or not. I think it is visible. If it is not visible, just do one thing. I just do one thing. I think it is visible or anyway. Okay, 14. Okay, I think it is visible now. If it is not visible, just comment down below. Okay. Also, if you notice one thing, whenever we logged in, this is the use. Okay. Okay, whenever we logged in, as you see, we get some data in the JSON format, right? So we need to store this data. We need to store this data section. Okay, we need to store this data in a shared preference. Okay, we need to store token user data, because we are going to use this token every time user requesting requesting an API. For that purposes, we need token. Okay. Yeah, it is running fine. Our code, our Android code is running fine. Oh, sorry, Flutter code is running fine. Okay. As you see, it is working fine. So now, as I mentioned, we need to store this data, right? You need to store this data in our shared preference. So for that, just do one thing. This is a preference helper. Okay. Sorry. Okay, it is preference helper class. So we need to create one preference helper class. So class Our preference helper class is done. Now let's go back to the flash screen here. Okay, so here first of all, when it in the init state, it will check auth user. Okay, so let's create the method. So here first of all we await future dot delete duration seconds, suppose 2 seconds. It will be delayed for 2 seconds. After that we need to store the token. Await get token. Need to import it. If mounted return if token is not equal to null. Okay, you can do this also, but just for now, material page root main screen. It is not named, so we need to remove the name part. Okay, and then we need to so if user is not null, then we will push the user to the main screen. If there is no token, then we need to send user to the login screen, right? Because when user login, that time only token is generated. So here center side will be circular progress indicator for now. Okay, now let's create the main screen and login screen. Okay, login screen, main screen. Okay, let's just check it whether it is going from splash screen, it is navigate to any screen or not. Okay, yeah, it is for 2 seconds. After 2 seconds, it is navigate to the, I think, from login screen, because there is no token, right? So just do one thing here. Instead of placeholder, just scaffold body center side text slash screen. Just run it once again. As you see, it is navigate to the splash screen. Okay, it is working fine. Now we need to create the login screen, right? Okay, sorry, it is not splash screen, it is login screen. Anyway, you get the idea, right? So now in the logins, before going to create the login screen, first of all, you need to create some utils, right? You need to we are going to create some utils. Just do one thing here, create one custom usage. Okay, first of all, we need to create we need okay, our custom visits is done. Now to store the login and registration, for login and registration, as we already mentioned, we are going to use a block as a state management, right? So for that, we are going to create auth event, auth state and auth block, where we are going to store all the states when user is logged in, when user is registered. Okay, when it is initialized, when it is done, everything we are going to manage through block. Okay. Okay, now coming back to event, there will be login event and there will be registration event, right? So my event is done. Now we need to create the auth state, right? So for that, same. Auth state is done. Now coming to the auth block. unexpected error. Okay, now registration is done. Just let me check one thing in here. For auth api.auth. Okay, api.auth, it is correct, and auth root login and register. Okay, register, and here it is login. Okay, and our port is 6070. Okay, 6070. Okay, it is fine. Handle, register and login is done. Our auth block is done, auth state is done, auth event is done. Right, now coming back to login screen. Here